Mantras have no meaning. See, there are two dimensions to a mantra. Mantras are not supposed to have any meanings. In the tradition, there are different types of mantras. Unfortunately, the mantras which are normally known, they have given them meanings so that people can involve. Because there are lots of idiotic people who cannot involve with anything that's meaningless. That is why they miss the sunrise, the sunset, the moon, the full moon, everything they miss because it's meaningless. What is the meaning of a full moon? There is no meaning, only if you're in love it means a lot. Otherwise, what is it? Nothing. It's not meaningful means it is not useful. So, all the idiots on the planet will do only meaningful things because they have no intelligence to recognize life and the many facets of life. It is not because you have attached a stupid meaning to it, it exists. It exists beyond you. It existed before you, it will exist beyond you. It is not because you give it a meaning, it's become useful or not useful. So the stupid in the world will do meaningful things. So they created two kinds of mantras. One larger set of mantras which have no meaning, just pure sound. Why so… sound so much more important than a word which is a meaning? Meanings are made up in human minds. Sound is the essence of creation. If you touch the sound, you're touching creation. If you touch a word, you're just going into the psychological structure of human beings. The psychological structure of human beings is essentially a certain kind of madness. We can enjoy it, we can use it, but essentially it's a certain kind of illusory setup. The sound is not made up. Sound is part of the creation. Sound is part of the existence. Sound is part of making the creation happen. Right now, the whole creation is reverberating in a certain way. You cannot hear it, it doesn't matter. But the words and meanings are a human making. If you don't have a keenness to listen, if you don't have a keenness to pay attention, you cannot enjoy any aspect of creation actually. You will only enjoy psychological patterns in your head. So this is the reason why most human beings want to speak, most of the time they want to be talking. Not because they have something to say, because they have to find meaning. Simply, either silence or sound, both are too overwhelming. That is why when we say spiritual process, first thing is silence. If you are psychologically very stable, you may say, okay, 30 days silence, 60 days silence. If you're psychologically fragile, we'll say, okay, 3 days. 3 days also people go crazy, we'll say, okay, half a day silence, up to noon silence, after that you blabber. So mantra is not to be spoken, it is to be chanted. Chanting means chant is of the sound, not of the meaning. Meaning is of speech, meaning is of the word, written word and spoken word. Meaning does not belong to a chant. A chant is simply a sound, a reverberation. If you do not know the meaning, it's the best way to chant, if you ask me. The mantra is that you involve yourself in the sound because you yourself, your physical thing is a certain pattern of sound. Right now you're trying to make yourself into a different pattern of sound so that this sound becomes an access point to the larger sound which you call as the cosmos. A larger arrangement of sounds is cosmic in nature. Now, you use a certain key sounds in a particular arrangement, you know. In the safes, the locks are called a combination lock. So you have to just get it right for it to open. So mantra is a combination. You get the right combination right, it will open up a doorway into creation.
Shakespeare said, "What's in a name? That which you call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet." Shakespeare had a deep insight when he said that even if you call rose a smelly flower, it would not make any difference to its sweet smell, nor would it make any difference to its beauty. So it shows the power of the words to hypnotize you. When you attach a word to something, it makes you feel that you really know it. But the truth is, you have covered up the mystery with a label. You attach a word rose to a sweet smelling beautiful flower and you feel you know this flower. But the truth is that you know nothing about it. That is the magic spell, you can say, the words cast on us all. Now take anything of this world. Take anything that you feel you know it. For example, the device that you are hearing this talk on. If it is a phone, does this word phone tell you what this thing really is? No, it doesn't. What to speak of other things? Man doesn't even know an atom in its entirety. Man knows only words, words, and words, and he thinks he is intelligent. That is the root cause of his bondage. I'm not at all saying that words have no use. They do have their usefulness. It makes the transactions in the world easy, and that's about it. But if you want to experience that which is behind this huge creation, if you want to experience the truth of your being, then you will have to go beyond words. And when I say go beyond words, what I mean is go beyond the mind. Because words are nothing but the content of your mind. Have you noticed it? What is there in your mind? It's nothing but a collection of words. Isn't that so? And it is this collection of words which makes you feel that you know everything. But the truth is that it deepens your ignorance. The more you are attached to words, the more ignorant you will become. And the reverse of this holds true as well. The less you are attached to words, the more true knowledge will pour in you. The more true intelligence will flood your very being. Right now you think you are intelligent. Why? Because you feel you know more than others, which means your collection of words is more than others. True intelligence exists beyond the words, and you can access it only when your mind is empty of all words. That is your very nature. It's who you are in your essence, the blissful intelligence. That's who you really are. Your very being is intelligence. But unfortunately, right now, it is covered by words. So move away from words and start abiding in silence. They say silence is the language God speaks. It's true. And God here is no one but the divine infinite consciousness that you are. What it means is, it's in silence alone can you know yourself beyond this body-mind complex. It's in silence alone can you know your divine infinite nature. You are already that, but the words don't allow you to experience it. In Vivek Chudamani, Bhagwan Adi Shankara writes, Shabda Jalam Maharanyam Chitta Brahmanakaranam Atha Prayatnat Gyatavyam Tattva Gyatattva Matmanaha. In English it translates to, a spiritual seeker must be careful about words, because words are like a forest and you can easily get lost wandering in it.